Officials of NCDMB were in Edo State as part of an ongoing sensitization campaign across the country to enlighten host communities about the Community Content Guideline policies of the Nigerian Oil and Gas Content Development Act. Take a look.
The Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, recently conducted a one-day workshop on the Community Content Guidelines for host communities in Benin, Edo State, and Warri, Delta State. The workshop was aimed at enlightening host communities of their rights, obligations, and privileges with regards to oil and gas activities taking place in their domain in a bid to increase local capacities and community participation. The keynote address was delivered by the Executive Secretary NCDMB, Engineer Simbi Kasiwa-Bote, who was represented by the General Manager, Corporate Communications and Zonal Coordination, Dr. Gina Otonyo-Gina.
In the first 50 years of the oil and gas industry in Nigeria, it was the foreign oil companies that were doing all the work, from exploration to exploitation, to employment, to contracts. Everything was decided by them. So Nigeria was only collecting rent from these foreign companies. So in that process, we lost more than $300 billion to the countries where these foreign companies came from. So in 2010, the president decided to sign this act into law, the Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Content Act of 2010. So primarily, what this law seeks to achieve is to reverse those losses of the first 50 years of the oil and gas business in Nigeria. We want Nigerian companies to be involved. We want the oil and gas industry to use Nigerian goods and services, and we want Nigerian human resource to be deployed in the industry. So these are the main planks of the law.
Getting into the meat of the matter, Dr. Gina enlightened the audience on the objectives of the Community Content Guideline policies.
It is our aspiration to ensure that the oil community people partake in all the activities of the oil and gas industry, the whole value chain. So the first one is structured engagement of youths in host communities in productive endeavors, including employment, training, services, supplies, manufacturing, and contracts. Number two, second objective, we are saying we want to establish critical infrastructure to stimulate development in host communities. The third one is attract new businesses to strategic locations in host communities. So the last objective is to sustain growth of host community entrepreneurs through funding and policy support.
The manager, Nigerian Content Development Fund and Treasury Unit of the board, Fatima Mohammed, made a presentation on community contracting finance.
We are aware that some of the contractors would have challenges as regards to funding. So NCDMB has thoughtfully designed some products that can help your funding challenges to support contractors that operate in the oil and gas sector. So we have 5 products: manufacturing finance, asset acquisition, contract finance, loan refinancing, and community contractor finance. So today we'll be talking about community contractor finance. So this type of loan is only meant for community contractors that are within that locality in the oil and gas sector, in the oil and gas producing states. So this particular kind of fund is only for contractors who have contracts with any of the international oil companies or the local oil companies. So it's single-digit interest rate all in. There are no additional charges. The tenure is 5 years. You can take as much as 20 million naira for this loan product. It's 20 million naira.
Fatima Mohammed further enumerated the criteria and requirements of the Community Contractor Financing Scheme.
You must be an indigene of the oil and gas producing community. All we just need from you, it's a combination of personal guarantee of chief promoter of a company or 2 external guarantors acceptable to BOI who must belong to any of the following: a senior civil servant, a banker, a professional, medical doctors and all, senior staff of any company. And we don't give loans to individuals, we give to registered companies that are wholly owned by Nigerians. And it's pretty much straightforward. You just go online in the comfort of your home, your office, anywhere on your phones. Just do the applications, upload the documents, and you don't have to come to NCDMB. You don't even have to go to Bank of Industry. All you need to do is to go online, do your applications and upload your documents, and we're going to send you an email to acknowledge the receipt of your application, and if there are any additional documents we need, we'll correspond via email. You don't even have to come at all.
The workshop was highly interactive as participants asked salient questions that were duly answered by officials of the NCDMB.